Militant affection. Militant affection.
No, it looks good. Your reflection and you. It's like you
Are you already
plant.
recording? I can't. I
Yeah.
can't.
You can't hear me?
There we go. It's like
Can you
you're
hear me now?
inside my head. Oh,
Oh,
it's
shit,
it's
you're
just like
coming
always. Yeah,
All right, let me lower you a little bit.
I can feel you
You can feel what I'm
now.
saying?
All right. I can feel what you're. I can heal what you're. Matthew.
Is our headphones connected to your headset? Is that why you can wander the room and?
Yeah. It's all
Okay.
Bluetooth, dude. I'm the future.
Damn, dude. How do you feel about 5G?
What is that?
You don't know what 5G is?
I like 7H. I was into 4H for a while, but then
4-H is a thing, isn't that like for farming?
yeah, it's like it's
right?
helping,
Helping, hurting,
jobs, hernias.
horsemen, something like that. Or isn't 4-H a thing?
It is. It's like the
Positive Youth
4-H
Development and Monitoring Organization. Yeah.
What are the H's for, though?
Hose, like for farming, and
Ho, and whoring.
yeah, hose, whoring, and
Horticulture. I bet you
horticulture.
Yeah.
What is
That's
for?
how you, what's that?
Did you consider putting your kid in a 4-H at some point?
You can take it. What is that old joke? You can take a prostitute to dinner, but you can't take a horticulture. Or I don't know. I don't know, man.
Wait, this is getting. Wait, what does 4-H stand? It's hard to find.
Let's see. It's got to be horticulture. Has got to be one. Herbivorous.
Oh, okay. I'll tell you what it stands for.
Heifers.
You're right. Helium.
No, it's not.
No. It stands for head, like getting a blowjob. Heart.
Okay.
Like
hearts.
Someone because of that blowjob. Hands, like a hand job, and health because it's good for your health to get blown.
Oh, okay. What does that have to do with
head,
cows?
heart, hands, and health?
I like that. 3 body parts in an abstract state of being.
Health. Yeah.
Health's like an abstract noun, right?
Define abstract.
Like, as in you can't hold it or touch it, or like you could.
Okay,
I could hold your heart in my hands, but not your health in my hands.
Sure. An abstract noun.
Oh, I like your new place. You got a little arch over there. That's real nice.
I got this camera and the light, and then right over here, look at this, a green screen.
Oh wow! I want to put up my shitty green screen to match you.
You got a green screen?
Yeah. Hold on.
I was talking to a buddy of mine that doesn't know a lot about videos, and we talked for an hour. He's like, "What should the green screen be? Should I paint the wall green? Should I have a green sheet?" And I'm like, literally, the green screen part of the green screen is the least important part about the green screen. He just does not understand this concept. The most important part is how you light it.
Is how you light it?
Yeah.
All right, I got my green screen. So now we're on.
Now, if I wanted to, I could edit
now we're good.
Your shoulders.
There we go. I like to be a floating head. Om Shanti.
But if someone sees this, all the little dark areas on your thing, those aren't going to green screen out because they're not green anymore. The idea of a green screen is everything see how the shadow on your head, that's not going to green screen out.
Because of the lighting.
Yeah, the idea of a green screen is everything green gets removed. So if it's black, it won't get removed, which is unlike what the police does.
What does the police do?
It removes the blacks or something like that. I don't know.
What are the police?
I was trying to make one of these.
Oh, I get it. It's like you went social, political, cultural there.
Yeah.
So that's I wasn't ready for that, Matt. I was just wrapped in my privilege.
Yeah,
you're all happy.
Yeah.
So I've seen all but 8 minutes of Tiger King now.
I watched 2.5 episodes, and then I don't know. I think it's probably better to watch with someone. I'm like, why am I watching this
alone? It's because it reminds you of the horrors of the universe, of like how dark.
No, it didn't really make me that. I don't know.
No,
I think it was horrific.
Are there any good people in that show?
I liked what's the name? The guy, the producer there, who used to do TV, Rick something or something.
Oh, he's amazing. He's like the
Yeah,
Indiana Jones of reality television.
yeah. See, that
Like when
guy
he
was all
gets
right.
scratched on his neck and he's just kind of like grinning about it.
And like all the like vagrants he picked up. I mean, it's hard to hate those people. They're just like that's what they end up being in life.
Yeah, they're basically carnies, but in a different setting.
Yeah. But like, yeah,
The carny.
all the people, all the main people, they're all just like super narcissists, right? Super
Maybe that's
like
what it is.
cult
Is that
like
what that is?
leader
It's just
type people.
narcissism.
Yeah,
Yeah. All right. Yeah.
who favor like the weak-minded to and control them in their universe.
You don't think the weak-minded have a desire to be controlled?
No, I'm not saying it's bad. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, that's just the way of the world.
No, definitely the weak. I guess we could talk about most people want to be controlled, right?
I don't know. Is that right?
I was thinking about why anyone likes anything. You know what I mean? A lot of people won't even like watch a movie unless it's like on something or it's you know what I mean? They won't just watch it.
It's got to be reviewed. It's got to be loved
Yeah.
by somebody.
Or like even if they hear a song that's like catchy to them, if they learn that it's
Mhm.
uncool, they won't like it anymore.
We talked about the Maya idea, right? This is one of my favorite things.
Oh, yeah?
MAYA. Most
Yeah, we did.
assholes you can eat. No, that's MAYA. No, most advanced yet acceptable, right? That's what the definition of cool is.
Yeah. Most advanced yet acceptable. Sure.
Right? It's got to be something that you can think like, this is a little bit different, but not so different that you want to murder it.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
But like there's another concept to that though.
Okay.
Where people will only consume art if tastemakers allow them to.
You mean just like what we're exposed to?
Well,
Like
even if if they were just watching a screen and randomly exposed to various things, or maybe I don't know. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about.
No, I think you're right. Whoever controls the culture controls your exposure, like Fox News or whatever.
Well, you can manipulate your exposure though. If you have money, you can pay for endless exposure.
What's crazy too, like Google just decides what you do and don't see. I mean, there's 2 million things they could put on your feed, and it's always the same 5, lumberjack ASMR guys for me. I don't know why. It just happens that way. That's still my favorite of your gags, I think.
Wait, which one?
The ASMR bit.
Oh, wait. The one where I'm asleep?
Where you're like, let me throw a frisbee through some leaves.
Shit. Okay, the joke. Okay, yeah.
That's my favorite.
That joke works. And if not everyone still knows what ASMR is. That's the general audience it's not out there.
A relative of mine who would get really pissed at me if I specified is very into it.
No, well,
Like has
the joke
been.
is because I know people that are yeah. But I don't know if everyone knows ASMR. No, I know everyone doesn't know ASMR.
Because it's weird.
But it's pretty mainstream at this point.
That was like I think honestly, my first sexual experience was probably an ASMR thing.
Oh, yeah.
First grade, I'm new in school and I'm like going to sit down in the cafeteria and this girl, Kaiming Cha, moves the chair for me and she's like, you can sit here, and she says it so gently and I get this like shiver. I'll never forget that.
Oh shit, okay.
That was like a long time ago.
I think we're all a little ASMR-y. We like certain voices and the way people talk. I don't know.
Maybe that's like Tiger King. We all want our Tiger King to be whispering in our ear.
Maybe. Of the Tiger King, who are you?
I'm definitely the dead husband.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, spoiler alert.
Why, you think you'd be picking up chicks on the side of the road?
I feel like I'm definitely one of the victims. I could also be like one of the husbands. Not that I don't really swing that way, but I could see myself being like lured into a romance that way.
Yeah.
I like affection.
Sure you do.
You got real quiet, Matt. Did I hit something there?
No. I'm trying to. I didn't watch all of it, and I'm trying to think of my own answer, and I don't even really know the characters well enough.
I'd say this: I would wear all of the tiger prints I've seen on that show. Every single cat, sweatshirt, T-shirt, like blouse, shorts, all of it.
Blouse.
I'd wear it all at once. It's all just fantastic.
I like that drug dealer guy. Does he show up later? He's in like the second episode.
Which guy's a drug dealer guy?
The guy who used to sell coke as a kid, and then like he just buys the cats because he likes them.
Oh yeah, like Pablo Escobar.
Yeah.
But not him, like the Miami coke dealer. Yeah, no, that's just like he's like actually one of the like I think like such like a little oasis in a film full of like evil.
Oh yeah.
Or darkness.
You don't think being great. A drug dealer is bad?
No.
Well, what about like heroin or meth or? I
mean, do I think it's intrinsically bad? No. I mean, you can get prescription meth and you can get prescription heroin.
Yeah, but don't have things you can get that are bad.
I'm trying to say
doesn't mean it's good.
What I'm saying is, if a physician can prescribe you heroin and a physician can prescribe you meth, then a drug dealer is just somebody who doesn't have an AML license. It doesn't make them intrinsically evil unless
they could be better because they offer it for cheaper.
They could be cheaper. I mean, I think it's like any industry. They're cutting corners. You're getting low quality, and you have like salacious advertising. What's the word? No. Unethical advertising.
Yeah, but what if someone's cutting in? What if someone's selling fentanyl? Don't you think their ethics are?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I from what I hear, they've designed like those street drugs at this point to have like a very specific onset and offset. That's like so that people really like it. I mean, no, I don't think it's a good thing. I wish there was no heroin and I wish there was no meth. But do the people who sell it, are they evil? No. How could they be?
Okay.
I mean, I don't know.
What about like McDonald's?
I think the people who criminalize it are evil for the most part, and they're certainly don't. I'm sure they don't think of themselves.
It is weird that it is illegal, that having a substance that exists in the world, just by having it, is not okay.
Right. You're like, I love this thing. It makes me feel incredibly good. I'm dependent upon it. Oh, I got caught having it. Now I have to go to jail for years. Like. Oh, that's a really logical. No, fuck those guys. Putting somebody in a box is evil.
Yeah, pretty fucked up. New York is in the. We have the least prisoners since whatever because we released them because of the virus. So we have like the least amount of prisoners in our jails since like the 1950s or something.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
and crime's down too because there's nobody to commit crime on.
Yeah. The only crime being done is federal crime. Or government crime. I don't know.
Thought crime.
Thought crime. THOT.
I like thought crime. I'm doing it right now.
What are you writing down? Like
I'm think criming you.
Code?
No, it's just like little
think criming me.
Just garbage.
Yeah.
Garbage,
man.
man.
Yeah, little doodlies, smoodlies.
Yeah. Garbage.
Yeah. Have you been staying in?
Yeah, I mean, I'm 2 blocks from a grocery store, so I go there. But like, I don't have my apocalypse boo, which is really a problem for me.
Damn, dude.
I know. So I'm like texting exes, and they're like, "Hey, watch this porn video," but that's like not satisfying even a little bit.
Your exes tell you to watch a porn video?
The past dates have been, yes. I've been getting some racy texts, which is nice. But
you prefer racist texts.
I prefer post-racist texts.
Oh yeah, post-racism.
I'm really into post-racialism.
That's when you write online racist things. Post-racism.
They post them frantically.
Yeah.
What about you? You quarantining?
No, well, I've gone. I've today I walked to my destination. I was taking the subway up to last week, just because.
Wow. Yeah.
I don't know.
Subway's nice.
Yeah, Subway's nice, but it became actually untimely because the subway is now not running as much. So I'm like waiting
Oh,
forever.
so
So
now
it's
you have to
actually made
walk.
more sense to walk. Yeah,
I bet Ubers get around the town super fast right now too. There's no
but I've been
traffic.
getting Uber ads. Just tell Uber has been putting out ads not to use Uber.
Seriously?
Yeah, yeah,
Weird. Yeah, I mean, I guess.
just to use Uber Eats.
Oh, that makes sense.
I had to get I ordered something for Uber Eats and I had to go to the lady's car because she couldn't find parking.
Maybe that's what I'll do to keep myself socially engaged. I'll do Uber Eats. I wonder how hard it is to get that gig.
Oh, you'll be the one. I thought you meant you just keep ordering it, so you talk to
Yeah,
a person for like a
just like
second.
wave to them through the window. We have
Oh,
like a
hey,
little
I'll take
balcony
it, and you
window.
just throw it away. You're like, all right, good talk.
Or just order like one thing of fries at a time, like three
Yeah.
orders from the same place. Yeah, yeah.
This is
Yeah.
you follow any conspiracy theories?
I don't. I took a course. I took a college course on conspiracies.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so I like that. What are the? I've been reading some weird shit, but I don't.
Well, I
Someone
thought
told
of
me that.
one. What?
Go ahead, you tell me your conspiracy.
Well, I thought like maybe this was just a way to see if we could all work from home if having actual
This
places of work is unimportant anymore.
this is just like the internet's experiment on us as human beings.
Yeah, yeah.
The Uber mind that runs all the biotech computers is poisoning us to see if it can get us to move towards Wall-E future.
Sure, something like that. I've been getting fat as shit just sitting here.
I'm worried about that, Matt. If you notice, look online, and when they say somebody died, they're either 80 or heavy.
I mean, there's been a couple people that had asthma and were young, or like,
Maybe.
or
Well, I was gonna
like,
say, but if you're like 30 and something bad happens to you, it's because you're. It's either that all Americans have a little extra, or like people with a little extra are at risk.
have a little American.
Sorry, I'm just throwing it out there. I don't mean to be.
I'm not that worried. I can't smell anything anyhow.
I
So
can't smell anything.
yeah,
It's been like almost 6 days now.
I think last of scent is actually linked to like oh wait, oh shit, wait, we're okay, nothing. I can't minimize this window. I was gonna Google something. Lack of
You want me
scent
to
is,
Google? I can admit, I'll Google it for you. What do
I
you
thought it
want?
was
What do you want?
linked to like sociopathy.
Lack of smell is linked to sociopathy.
No, being yeah,
Sociopathy.
or however it would be.
Let me see.
Sociopath.
Sociopath smell. What does sociopath
A new
smell
study
like?
suggests that a poor sense of smell may be a marker for psychopathic.
Psychopathetic.
Psychopathetic. You're psychopathetic. It's like someone who's crazy. They're just like, oh, I hurt so much. You're psychopathetic.
So either have COVID-19 or you're going to be a great CEO. I think apparently there's a lot of things that knock out of your sense of smell though. It's not like that unusual.
Yeah, or they're saying sense of smell is linked to your frontal cortex.
Oh, like executive function?
Yeah. I like this, Quora or whatever, CQUORA. Like that,
Aura?
the thing where people ask questions.
Mm-hmm.
Can a psychopath smell a fart? That's a good one.
That's how Jordan Peterson got famous. I didn't realize this.
On Quora?
I started reading his book, and he has this whole thing about how he would like write one thing on Quora, and then like a million people would read it, and then he turned into this like Quora guru before he wrote his book.
Oh shit!
Yeah, that was like the birth of the Peterson.
I thought it was because he was filming his lectures.
I think he had like a YouTube presence too, but at least in the book, he talks about his Quora thing for like hours. It's like the first chapter and a half.
Okay, look at this cat.
Meow. Oh, is the cat in there? Oh, she's going at it too.
Yeah, cat's really crotch munching right now.
Yeah, she loves her crotch. She loves to lick.
Who doesn't love
really
their crotch?
gets in there. If I had a sandpaper tongue, I would go to town.
Yeah.
Sandpaper tongue.
I mean, you'd have to be able to reach though.
Yeah, the flexibility, the sandpaper tongue, and I don't know. I bet cats taste really good to themselves.
Maybe.
Right.
I think
I would hope.
it's all just drone behavior. They don't even think. It's just like mechanical.
The one that she does that gets me, she'll be like cleaning herself and she gets to the tail. She'll pick up her tail with her little paw and then like go at it. Like she'll like have to lift it up to get her tail. Like, does that sound like a drone to you, Matthew?
I mean, listen, a drone will do anything to get something done.
And then she'll give it like a little love nip. She'll go, "Nyeh."
You know what I recently...
I spent a lot of time with this cat.
I watched this video, like bees, the insect. You ever hear of them?
I've heard of them. Buzz.
There was a bee got stuck in in honey, and then one of the beekeepers put it in front of the bee thing, and all the bees started licking off the honey to save it, so it could join back in the pack.
So bees orgy? Is that what you're? No.
Oh, okay. I knew I wasn't thinking about it. Yeah, you're right. Bees like to lick honey off other bees,
but not off people. What if I was
covered in honey?
Covered in honey.
They might start slurping a little bit. Why don't
That's
you put a bunch on your dick?
God knows I have the free time. Where am I going to find the bees, though?
I'm going to cover my crotch in honey and have all these bees lick it off.
Day 67. Covered crotch in honey.
Yeah.
Just like the series of pen drawings. It would be beautiful.
Bees.
The welts. Oh, my God.
Would do again.
10 out of 10.
But
what else is new with you?
Sorry, read Jordan Peterson's book?
I read it until he started, because he has some practical advice, and then he started to explain how the Bible makes it make sense why men are dominant and women are inferior or like submissive. And he really got into the Bible, and it was like way heavier than I thought. And I was like, no, I can't actually process through all this. It's going to kill me.
Yeah, he's a big Bible guy.
I didn't realize how Bible-y he is, because he sounds kind of rational most of the time.
He's all right, but yeah, a lot of things I disagree on him with. But I think he has some good advice somewhere. But
yeah, it's like a weird mix.
He's one of his things that got because he talks about fucking having the best people do the stuff, right? Whoever like a meritocracy, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then he also believes in forced monogamy.
Does he really?
Or forced yeah.
Like coerced monogamy, like you're mine and you're gonna stay mine forever?
Not what's it called? Arranged marriage, but you just can't be a polygamist.
I don't even think is that in the Bible?
I don't know.
I don't think it is.
Because his point is that all the top dudes will get all the chicks, and there'll be dudes with no chicks and angry. So you need to enforce monogamy,
or just have a lot of prostitution, or promiscuous people.
But then the point against that is that's against his theory of meritocracy. So shouldn't the top dude get all the chicks, or why are we now suddenly evening the playing field?
Right, but this is the problem with all evolutionary psychological theories: is you basically decide that the world is a certain way, ergo it has to be that way. So it's like the most aggressive people get the most food and rewards, and therefore they're the most successful. So we breed for aggression. Or the nicest people build the best communities and therefore have access to the best resources. So the nicest people have the most reproductive success. It's the same fucking argument for opposite things. It's just bullshit. It doesn't hold any water because it defines its own premises. It begs the question.
Well, you're just saying either way, there's not one way to do a thing.
Well, you're basically You're basically saying that the way the world is has to be the way the world is because of evolution. And it's like, okay, well, what is the way the world is? And then whatever you define is automatically going to be the right answer.
Well, you know that study with monkeys where they're like, oh, the most aggressive monkey becomes the alpha monkey, which isn't always true.
It's not true.
There's another type of monkey that's nice to everyone and becomes the alpha monkey.
There we go.
But
what kind? Yeah.
but he's the best at being nice to everyone. So he is the alpha monkey. He just happens to be not good at being aggressive. He's good at being social.
Right. So yeah, I mean, what kind of monkey are you, Matthew?
I don't know, dude.
How about the blowjob monkey? I think that guy does pretty well.
The blowjob one that blows everyone?
Yeah. Gets invited to all the parties. And the drug monkey, that's got to be a very popular monkey.
Well, the drug monkey, I think, does well for himself.
Yeah, but do they feel good on the inside?
As long as they're sending out bananas, they feel.
I'm trying to say, evolution
is
is pretty fucking complicated.
I guess that's true. He was talking. I was recently listening to him because he's been showing up on my YouTube. My algorithm leans alt right, and
it's Jordan Peterson and ASMR.
Yeah. ASMR alt right SMR.
Oh my god! If that niche doesn't exist, that's another video for you right there.
Alt right SMR. Talking about birth control causing us to become weak, because it is known in studies that birth control like throws off women's, like, they start to be attracted to men they normally wouldn't be attracted to because they can't smell. It messes up what they're attracted to by scent, right?
Okay.
And that, like, they're going for dudes that they normally wouldn't, and then they're breeding with these dudes and putting out weak children.
This just sounds like such a fucking empty
But this is
theory.
true, though. There has been cases where women being on birth control their whole time with their boyfriend, they get married, then they get off it, and then all of a sudden they're just not attracted to him anymore. They hate him.
Right, but is that because that man is inferior or because something shifted in their personality? Plus, that happens in marriages all the time.
But they also send women like shirts, and on birth control they're like, this guy is fine, but then off birth control they're like, I hate this guy. I mean, it just messes up the way they smell things, birth control.
Okay, but does that mean that they're having worse children?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. And we've had what, 40 years of this now, from like 1960 to the present?
Yeah, and on generation
50 years, 60 years,
the weakest generation.
But it's not true. You guys are kicking ass and everything, except like, I don't know. How am I supposed to fucking keep track, man? They change it every 10 years.
We're kicking ass on things?
But you have a beard. Isn't that like a Gen Z thing? Or is that a millennial thing? That's a hipster thing.
It's a hipster thing.
Fucking hell. Dude, I got to tell you this about the whole quarantine. The best thing about it, I feel like the world has finally stooped to my level. Like this is how I live.
Your level, just being home.
Yeah, like being home, like walking to the grocery store.
Dude, I love it too, dude. This is what I like to do.
It's so fucking nice. God damn, I feel bad I like it so much. I don't want it to ever stop. No, that's true. Stand-up should come back.
Yeah. No, I'm very introverted. This is the best way to deal with people.
Right?
Talk through Zoom. This is natural.
Social distancing 101. They're saying Larry David has been social distancing his whole life. There's a little thing about it. Whatever. It was in the Times.
I'm one of the few. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of Curb Your Enthusiasm, actually.
Oh yeah,
I would be. I don't know. I don't think it's funny. I like the concepts explored and the scenarios, but it doesn't make me laugh.
I think it's almost like a British sitcom humor ported to the U.S. because it's all about social awkwardness.
Yeah.
You know, and if you're not feeling the social awkwardness, and Lord knows you're you, then like all the tension doesn't.
That could be it too, though. That I don't think anything is being like awkward.
That's what I'm hinting at here.
Yeah.
Right.
I find most things to be pretty normal, and almost normalcy is awkward to me.
There we go. So that's why you're watching the show. You're like, yeah, what's the big deal? That's what people do.
Yeah. This is how a guy would act.
Yeah. That is how guys act.
This is how men
gals.
Act. Yeah,
and
dude.
What happened to this cat? Oh, she's just like, she's sleeping.
She's chilling.
She knows I'm looking at her though. She didn't like that.
Yeah, the good thing about the Zoom, like with work, is we get to meet all my coworkers' pets.
Oh, that's
That's
nice.
fun. Yeah,
You get to
showing
see how
up on
everybody
screen.
lives.
Yeah, yeah. It's
You're this is a good apartment. I think this for like you in a work meeting is really good.
this apartment.
Yeah. It's just that
If
it's
I
the
lowered it, you
archway.
can see
It's
my bed on the ground.
oh yeah, I don't want to see that. That's
Yeah, I have
less.
to keep it up. I have to keep it up.
But it makes you know what it makes it look like you have really high ceilings.
They're pretty good. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I don't go down. I'm like, yeah, I sleep on the floor.
And wear beer t-shirts.
Yeah, Narragansett. I got this for free at a mic once.
Oh, you got it from Angela.
No, it was at
No,
the what's it called? Freaking the one that's closed now. They used to run
not the
shows all the time. Sam Mike. Uh, it's in fucking
Sam Ike show.
the Hideout, the Dugout, the Dugout. I got it from
The
the Dugout.
dugout. Okay.
But it wasn't at the show. It was at an open mic there.
Okay. There you go. All these stories.
These are good stories, strong stories. The Tiger King.
What are you doing for Passover?
Nothing.
Well, come on, Matthew.
I had the most official Passover with you in my
Oh
life.
yeah. Actually, do you want to come to our Passover? Or you can just zoom in. It's on.
Oh, I can zoom in the corner and watch.
Yeah. I mean, you just turn it on. You can sit there. You don't even have to.
Don't even tell them I'm there.
All you got to do is get a big bottle of Manischewitz, and like every time we say like "Vorei Pri Hagafen," you drink. It's the whole thing.
Sure.
Yeah, all right, I'll send you the invite.
Yeah, that sounds nice. Oh, okay. Is everyone zooming in?
Yeah, bring.
Yeah, I should.
Right. What's the worst that could happen?
Well, what day? I mean, it starts Wednesday.
Is it Wednesday? Then we're doing Thursday. We're doing Thursday. We're doing the second night.
All right.
Yeah, I'll send you guys a link.
See what we can do. I'm gonna have
we
to.
We can have 100.
I'm gonna have to bleep out her name.
Oh, sorry. Is that
That's
true?
all right. Yeah, I'm trying to keep people anonymous.
Can we could you do you have like a code name for her that we could use instead? Like what would be like her spirit animal or something we could say?
No, I don't.
I've got a picture of it. Never mind. You got to think about that. I don't want to suggest anything because I've never met her.
Yeah.
But anyhow, you're both invited.
Thank you.
Am I doing a good job on this show, Matt? We used to talk about trauma. I miss the trauma days.
You missed the trauma, dude. This show has been way off the rails since then.
Militant affection.
Militant affection. Now it's just whatever bullshit's going on.
Yeah, I like it though.
You tell me you miss it, and then you just change your opinion immediately.
I like what it is, but I miss what it was. Isn't that okay?
I mean, what else is there dramatic? All right, let me think. I
love my children now, but I miss them when they were little.
I called my dad on his birthday, and he rushed me off the phone, and we haven't spoken in 4 months or 3 months. 3 months. And he basically got pseudo mad at me for not like caring about this pandemic. Like not because I don't, but because he assumed I wouldn't. So he was just like,
that's weird. Isn't it great that you can like avoid your parents now and it's because you love them?
I guess.
You're like, Mom, I don't want to go anywhere near you. I love you that much.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't gonna go anywhere. I wasn't gonna go anywhere near her till next Christmas or Thanksgiving. I guess
that's a while.
She yeah. I mean, they haven't called me this whole time.
Weird.
My mom texted me a few times. She's like, "Do you need gloves?" Not, "I'm sending you gloves."
You need gloves.
Well,
not with a question mark or like a period.
No, I mean she wrote a little more than that.
I bought my mom bagels.
Oh, nice.
And I made her homemade. I made her homemade pickles because she can't get her favorite brand anymore.
Oh shit! What kind of pickles?
They're bread and butter. They're sweet ones, little chips.
Ooh, yeah.
I can get them. I can show them to you, but I don't know what you want for your show.
No, it's fine.
All right. No, I won't show them.
You can show them. Sorry, I'm looking at my mom's text now, so I got a little distracted.
All right, you do your own section. I'm going to get you some pickles. I can hear you though.
You can get some pickles. Well, you can even talk back.
Yeah, I'm like in your head.
Oh, my mom was talking to me about freaking financing my student loans because the rates are down or whatever. I'm like, that doesn't affect me. That's not. It doesn't help.
Fixed rate or variable?
Oh yeah, look at these pickles.
Oh, nice.
Good. Yeah.
There's a little bit of onion in there, some garlic.
The whole thing.
Yeah, I made her a whole jar.
Oh, how cute.
That's how much I love my mother, or at least want her to feel that way, so I don't have to deal with the guilt. They're okay. I could have made them better.
Yeah, dude. You putting the green screen up?
I don't know.
Were you planning on making videos?
This is from you. Remember I did those T-shirts? I made T-shirts with you.
Dude, I just sold one of the shirts. Shout out Giraffe Alex or something.
Yeah, it's time for us to make a new T-shirt, I think.
Dude, I had some good feedback. I actually need to talk to you about creating new ones.
All right. What do you want to talk about it now, or maybe in a different context?
Wait a second. Shout out Giraffe Alex. I just need more shirts.
Is it just the ones with you in the bathtub?
Yeah. You still have all of your stuff?
Yeah, I got it all.
Damn, dude.
My favorite is still the one you sent me when you were like wasted at that club.
Yeah, I got that shirt over there.
That's like one of my favorites. I wear that one not infrequently.
I was extra fat in that one too.
Actually, wait, I'm just going to see if I have it right here. It might be dirty.
Damn, dude. This is a really shirt showtime.
I know. It's show and tell. Tell and show.
What's
show. This?
Show and
Not
tell.
That one. Oh, I found it. Look at this. Should I put it on?
Oh, damn. Look at that. That one's big. I feel like mine has a smaller head.
Yeah. I kept the big one for myself because I loved it so much.
Like, you gotta understand, this is a mostly audio format. We might be on video, but all these audio.
Well, it's like, how would you describe that then?
That's a very drunken, like blue, green, black outline of my
pink
face,
in there.
kind of smooched. Not smooched, but like, nah.
Yeah, I really try to get the red, green, and blue like cranked to the infinite. So it's because
it was in a very dark place.
Yeah, it's really underlit.
Yeah.
And can you match that smile though, or can you only do that when you're like blotto?
No, I gotta be super drunk. I've been thinking about those days. That was a whole time of my life.
It's a beautiful picture.
Sorry, you just showed me
kind of wrinkly.
Looking drunk.
If
you ever listen to my audio drunk, you can put that picture next to it and be like, there he is.
You just wear the T-shirt, stand in a mirror, look at myself.
I used to do that all the time. I was thinking about my days when I used to, even when in my early 20s, I would drive up, I'd work in Rainham until whenever, and then I'd drive up to Cambridge from Rainham and drink wine in my car, and then go to the bars there. I would pee in MIT. That was a prime peeing spot.
I remember you sat in your car once, you were listening to techno, but you kept like fast forwarding to the drops because those were your favorite parts. You're like, more stimulation.
Yeah,
that was fun. Yeah, I enjoyed your company back in those days, but I'm glad you're where you are now.
Yeah, living this life. My friend's wedding was supposed to be in July, and he had it postponed until 2021.
So is he not getting married, or he's just not having the wedding?
Oh, no, he's not getting married till 2021.
That's a long time to be on the hook.
Yeah, right? Because they're afraid it's not going to, it's still going to continue till then.
Oh, it's going to go forever, until they get the vaccine.
Really?
I think so.
Because I'm going to be quarantined forever?
If 10 people, who knows? Maybe they'll have good tracking and testing, but yeah, if you get like another one of these little outbreaks, then everybody's gonna have to stop doing everything for another month. It's really gonna suck.
Damn, dude.
I know. We'll see. I don't know.
Damn, dude.
I'm looking forward to it.
You're looking forward to everyone dying?
I'm looking forward to the clock stopping. If this were a hoax, I would be like, this would be like the best. I don't want anyone to die. I just want them to stop moving so much around.
Oh, this has been great. I've just been working in bed, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And then I've just been like, I've been monitoring like the work while just jerking off.
Yeah, the masturbation.
Yeah.
You know who else likes this?
Who?
The birds. The birds are having a fucking field day right now. They're like,
wild.
there's no noise. They're like, there's no like pollution. They're just loving
But
it.
isn't there less people throwing them bread?
I don't think that's a major part of the bird ecosystem.
Bread?
Yeah, just like one old lady with a loaf of stale bread.
we gotta do a doc on this. The bread economy based on birds.
Right, and then the birds go and they bless the baker, and the baker makes more bread.
Yeah.
This is it. You don't edit, right? Where you're gonna take somebody's name out.
Mm-hmm.
And
no, I don't edit. I leave this. The conversation can be as lull and awkward. This is what the people look for, you know?
Really? It's getting longer, though, because they used to be 30 minutes, too.
Well, how long have we been talking for?
Well, I'm seeing a little 40 on the screen here, but I don't know.
We've been talking for 40 minutes, dude.
We just fall into it, man.
You're trying to get off this call, dude?
No, I got another hour. I have another hour in me. Don't push me on this. I could.
Oh, good, because we're going to end pretty soon now.
I've been locked in a box for weeks. I could talk to anybody about anything.
China canceled their basketball season. So it's still very effective over there, is all I'm saying. Are you worried?
I get it, though, because then you get one person, like, killing 100 people or something.
No, because they're saying that it's like, oh, everything's back to normal over there. And it clearly isn't.
No, it can't. It's not going to be normal till they have a vaccine.
Yeah. I like that in New Orleans, everyone got fucked up because they were still partying.
Yeah,
I was in New Orleans a week before it kicked off.
Wow, and people are still going nuts.
Oh, of course.
Yeah,
just drinking all day. You know, I don't think drinking all day is all it's put out to be. Really,
it's hard to do. It takes a lot of energy.
It makes me very tired.
Yeah, mostly just sleepy.
Yeah. I don't know, especially as an adult.
I like drinking at night in a hot climate, like Austin in the summer, or in like April, where you start drinking around 6 p.m. and then you just go until about 2 a.m. You stand outside, you're drinking your beer, you're talking, there's music, people's moving around.
Yeah.
That's the dream.
What you could live that? Well, you can't live that dream now. We have to all drink alone.
I lived that for a while. Yeah, right. I know. It sucks.
I was drinking some whiskey Gold Rushes last night.
What is that?
It's just whiskey with lemon and simple syrup and honey, and then you just mix that.
Yeah.
It's like a whiskey sour almost.
With honey in it, right?
Yeah. I don't know if you need. Yeah. But like with a lot of lemon.
I had an IPA.
Nice, dude.
I've been doing white wine IPA.
Have you been drinking seltzers? Like White
Drink
Claw?
a lot of seltzer.
No, I mean like alcoholic seltzers.
No, I was into it for about a minute, and then I was like, I don't like the way this tastes. I could just drink seltzer. And then
I think they taste fine, but I was getting the headaches.
And there's something wrong about it to me. It's like when you have one drink that's actually another drink. It doesn't. You know what I mean? Like when you drink a cocktail, it's the cocktail. When you drink a seltzer, it's a seltzer. But if you put vodka in a seltzer, you're like trying to trick yourself.
You would never do like a whiskey Coke or rum and Coke?
I would. Yeah, but maybe, but even that's not like my speed.
Yeah,
Old
yeah,
fashioned. I mean, like I like gin and tonic a little bit,
sure.
but as I get older, maybe just a gin.
Yeah.
I like rum and lime juice, something like that.
What about beer and milk?
I'm only on Cheerios.
Beer and milk.
Or like, what's the one that people do that is like, it's like the textbook I have a drinking problem is the when they put the shot in the thing of beer. What's that called? Like a
Well, that's like a
car bomb or something like
car
that?
bomb. There's a bunch of names for it. Yeah.
That to me is like a person wearing a T-shirt that says like,
Yeah, but
I
that's
don't
also
want to
like
get
a
laid.
celebrating in college kind of thing.
I don't know, man. That's two drinks that don't go together that you have to drink really quickly.
You ever do like a what's the Japanese freaking drink? Soju? Like a soju in a beer? You take a shot of soju.
No, I find that, I mean, I guess I didn't really have much of a college experience. I was like raising my kid and going to night school. So maybe I
Whoa.
just missed out on that shit. And now I'm too old.
Yeah. I
Too old
mean,
to have fun with it.
you can't mix two drinks. At one
It
point,
just doesn't work for me.
I was mixing, pop-off vodka, like bottom shelf, like $8 handle of vodka with
Mhm.
Mike's Hard Lemonade in college, and it was disgusting. It was so gross.
I still remember what we had. There was one night I came over your place in Somerville and we sat on your porch. It was probably summer. And you
Sure.
had like one of those big, like supersized McDonald's cups
Oh
that
yeah,
was like this much vodka and then like this much Gatorade.
that was the end of that was the start of my demise when I just started drinking like that.
Yeah, we're just like looking up at the stars and like you're just like drinking your thing.
I was
That's a
drinking a
nice
very
night.
similar drink when I crashed my car.
Oh Jesus.
It was
Yeah.
also in a McDonald's cup.
Yeah, I mean, it was neat to watch. I'm sorry. I'm sorry it happened to you.
It was a neat. You bought me a little tiki guy drink
Oh, that's
mix.
right.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
right. The little like
Or
this the syrup or whatever it
yeah,
was.
yeah.
I
I
remember
used
that.
it. Yeah, I still got it. Yeah,
That stuff tastes great. I
it was
wish I
very
had some
nice.
right now.
Some
There's a
what?
place in
Some rum?
Somerville that sells it.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
the tiki syrup, the like allspice. You know, I think I know
Yeah,
how to make that now. I think I could make some of that if I wanted
it's
to.
very festive.
It's got a little bit of it's almost like eggnog minus like the egg part.
Just the nog.
It's just like the aromas of nog
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
without the cream and the egg.
I bought some of that over the holidays for whatever fucking reason. Some of that pre-mixed eggnog, like alcohol
Nostalgia,
drinks.
man. I love it. I
And
love
I
that
didn't even
stuff.
I didn't even finish it. I'm like, why did I buy this shit?
Really? You get it in like the hood container and it's like unbelievably sweet.
No. The pre-mixed alcohol and eggnog. It was like whiskey
Oh,
eggnog
that doesn't make
already
sense to
mixed
me.
together in a bottle.
Oh, this is like it's like a
No,
thing
no,
of
I like
cream with
regular eggnog.
sugar.
Yeah. Like regular eggnog.
Yeah.
You partake in any drug use during this quarantine?
Well, I've been microdosing.
Oh yeah, you told me about this. Yeah.
Yeah, it's great. I wish I could do it more often.
Does it throws off your coordination?
It's just like if I do too much, I really am pretty weird. Like I can't talk very well. And if I do it too frequently, then I think it kind of just, I don't know, I feel weird.
Yeah.
But otherwise, it's like nice. It gives me like, it's like really easy to change a habit. Much easier to like break a cycle.
Damn, dude.
Yeah, it's nice. I'm really into it. I think we should all take little doses of LSD every day.
I don't know if that's true. I feel like it's a bad idea for a lot of people.
Yeah, an ex of mine took a bunch of like ecstasy and pot recently, and then sent me like 1,000,000 pictures and texts. That was kind of interesting.
Sure. If it was a lot of ecstasy, I'm sure she felt like shit the next few days.
I don't know.
Every time I've been smoking weed lately, because I'm doing it very sporadic, I have it like every whatever. And like if I get hit real hard, and then I just get the most paranoid I've ever been. Like I just can think I can break down every scenario of my life and why everyone will fucking get me.
Oh no,
Yeah,
Matthew, say it ain't so.
yeah. So it's really not good. It just really taps in that part of my brain.
That's why I had to quit smoking pot. It made me too paranoid, and I hated it.
But the same thing
Go
with
nuts.
freaking mushrooms. I get paranoid as fuck.
Oh yeah, we talked about this. I get religious. You get paranoid.
Yeah. I have no God. My God is my paranoia.
That's for me. Like going crazy for me is becoming religious. So you can go ahead and do the math on that one.
Religion's an interesting thing. You think anyone's ever thought that?
I just love that throw.
Religion's interesting. Oh, religion. I recently learned about these people, cargo something or other. They're like this whole tribe. You know what I'm talking about?
The cargo cult?
Yeah.
Just Richard Feynman wrote about them.
But so that's really a allegory of the cave type thing. And your reality is what you see. So that becomes your religion, is because that's how it is.
You should tell that story though, Matt, for your readers.
The cargo cult is just like ships like lose their cargo and it washes up on this beach where these people live, and then like every now and they think it's a religious experience. So like, oh, they have given us whatever, it gets dropped off.
I have a much better version of that story.
Oh,
much better.
But it's that's what we're talking about, right?
Yeah, but let me give you the much better version.
Okay.
So there was so World War II. There's like all this like fighting going on in the Pacific theater, right?
Yeah.
And so there were beaches on these sort of basically remote islands that the U.S. would land these big planes on. And so they had to clear off the whole beach and turn it into landing strips, and they would land these big planes, and the pilots would get out, and then they would like toss candy bars and like whatever to the locals who had never tried any of this shit before in their lives. So they're landing for 2 or 3 years, then the war ends, and they don't come back to these islands. So then some like archaeologists go back like a few years later. So like it's like 1945, like 1948 or something, 1950. And the natives have gone down to the beach and created, I kid you not, an entire like landing strip, like out of sticks and like twigs, like a runway for the plane to land on. And they have like, like when you're landing a plane, like you have the headset on and thing. So they have like those and like the little sticks where you like wave the plane in. And
just because they viewed this happening?
They saw it happening, and it was like this thing would happen, and the plane would land, and it would bring presents, and then it would take off. And so they're like, we just have to keep doing this.
That's funny.
Right? That's the cargo calls. They're just like, if we just keep like doing the thing, the planes will come. And they don't know why there's no planes. It's weird.
That's silly.
Yeah. There's Richard Feynman wrote a whole thing about it.
I mean, that's like, but that makes sense. Everyone does that, right? Like if people who make like online videos that are the same as other people because other people got a lot of views, they just copy that video to bring people in. Like if we do these actions, people will come to us.
Yes. Or like you wear a particular shirt out and then you get laid and then you just keep wearing that shirt.
Yeah. So it's really not even, it's not stupid at all. It's just what humans do.
Yeah, it's just simple.
Yeah.
It's just simple. Cult cargo science.
I think that's probably the most accurate science. They predicted the virus, I think.
Yeah. Oh, Matthew.
What's going on?
Right.
You gonna finish watching Tiger King?
No, I gotta either get a beer. I gotta get a beer, basically, after all this talking. I gotta
make you have to get a beer.
Yeah, it's all this talking about beer.
Good old beer is nice. Beer is always the perfect alcoholic thing.
Right. Beer is the mind killer. A little death. I know that's fear.
A little death. grabbing a beer.
All right, yeah, here we go.
Classic beer grabbing time. Damn, dude. I need to grab a drink too. We need to film this dead air, or I gotta edit it, I guess. God.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, I mean, you said nobody looks at it anyhow. You could like be describing unicorns or whatever. Look, a unicorn.
Well, people listen to it, yeah.
I think that's great, but they're not listening to it on their commute.
I don't know how they're listening, when they're listening.
They're probably washing their dishes right now. Maybe we should give some like dishwashing tips.
Yeah, I intake podcasts very passively, where I go in and out every minute or so. Sometimes I listen to the full thing. Sometimes it's just whenever I feel like jumping back in.
Right. So they're like, what? They're texting. They're like looking at porn in the other window, playing a video game.
No, I think all my listeners are fucking while listening. They're all having sex. Yeah, because they can't stop getting laid.
Man, there's a couple making out. I went to my friend's rock show, and there's like a couple of people just making out super hardcore to the music, and I thought, wow, that's like great to have that power over people.
Sure, you think it's the music that did it?
I mean, they seem to be really feeling the energy. I don't know.
When I would go out and I would make out with people, there'd become a point where I drank so much I would just forget there was music. And the only point was to find someone to make out with. So it was almost in spite of the music.
Wait, explain that again. Like, I know you're a great dancer, so I'm not sure I'm buying what you're.
Well, I mean, I just know how to dance, you know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I've seen you move.
But it's not like, and it just so happens to be because music is used in order for you to dance. It's not that music has a power over me. I just
so what in the hierarchy, the sex? It's like the dance is to get the companionship.
Yeah.
You don't think it's the other way around? Like, because for me, the only reason I dance,
companionship is to get the dance. What are you saying?
The companionship, well, yeah, like, you know, because you have somebody you're with and they take you out dancing, and then you like the dance. I don't know. Maybe you're right. I'm on the same plane.
Well, maybe I'm just weird.
I don't think so. Well, yes, but
because like when I'm with someone and we go dancing, the majority of the reason I like dancing is because they like dancing. Like I would never have the outcome of me dancing being just me to dance there. Would never be the reason.
You feel like you lost something if that's what happened?
No, I just feel, what's the point? But then again, everything I do has to have an outcome, you know? I don't know. I'm very outcome.
How do you keep score otherwise, right?
Yeah. That's why it's hard for me to just kind of sit there and enjoy something, because I'm like, what am I accomplishing?
What do you think about that? Like when they call getting like sex scoring. What do you think about that as like a metaphor and euphemism for
scoring when you have
scoring?
Sex?
Right. Like, I mean, hooking up is a very anatomical idea.
Yeah, that's interesting. What it was. Yeah. What does it mean? Scoring.
Scoring.
Yeah, it's very much a dude way of doing it, of putting it. We're just making it a sports term.
Yeah.
I don't think a chick. I mean, I guess maybe a chick would be like.
I don't know. I mean, what do they say? They say a lot of stuff, but I'm not in the room for most of it.
I know. Wouldn't you like to listen to some nice chick talk? I guess there's probably tons of chick podcasts. That like if we skip ahead 30 minutes, then we're we'll be in the thick of things.
Oh, you know what I started watching? It's a fucking amazing. Oh shoot, I'm gonna forget the name of it. I'm gonna pull this up. It's this new documentary. It's like
It's called White Girl Gets Destroyed by Gang.
No, it's Black Girls. It's specifically black.
Oh, it's about black girls?
It's about a black lesbian strip club, and I was watching it yesterday, and it's fucking incredible. It's
you
sort
were
of
just
like
watching BET, and you're just.
It's the Paris is Burning of like.
Oh yeah, that was a documentary people liked.
Yeah, but this is the same kind of thing, but it's like this lesbian nightclub in LA.
Ooh,
and it's
LA.
the way it's shot and edited.
Angeles.
The music is incredible. The lighting, everything about it. Wait, where is it? Maybe it was 2. I fucked my big ass 18-year-old little sis in a Care Bear onesie on St. Patty's Day. That's not it.
That's good.
Now, Shakedown. It's called Shakedown.
Ooh,
Shakedown. If you go to shakedown.film and then click like a million things, you can actually kind of watch it.
Okay, Shakedown.
Shakedown.
What about it is particularly intriguing?
Well, I mean, it's footage shot at at this place called the Shakedown, which was like a lesbian nightclub in LA, like 2002 to the present. And the woman, she filmed there for like 15 years, and she followed the dancers. And it's kind of a cool story that way from what I watched. I mean, it goes back in time to like the history, and then it's like very, very, it's edited very rhythmically, but not in like a choppy way, but in like a surgy
way. I got you.
You know how like men and women move slightly differently. Like, I mean, you could shake your ass the way a woman could, and vice versa. You know, but like in general, like guys have a more like a thing, and women have a more of a this.
Yeah, there's definitely we have a natural approach to dancing.
Yeah, and this is like yet another thing entirely. Like they're moving, and the way they're dancing and moving and interacting and like touching each other and looking at each other, and like they're just it's awesome. It's just the editing is great, the music is great, the movement is great. It's just a very sexy, very beautiful, very sensual thing. I'm really into it. Really into it. Shakedown.
I'll check it out.
Shakedown.film.
I'll write it in my note thing.
There we go.
Shakedown.
Yeah, it's too bad we can't just watch it together right now and talk about it.
And do a little overview of it, just share screen. Yeah,
something like that, right?
I watched, excuse me. I watched Phantom Thread. You ever see this movie?
No, what is it?
It's like a P.T. Anderson movie. You know him?
P.T. Anderson?
He did like There Will Be Blood and Boogie Nights.
Oh yeah, I saw both of those movies, except for I turned off There Will Be Blood, and then I read the book, which is totally different.
You didn't like the movie?
I don't like things that are heavy. I think anything that's heavy, like macho male heavy, like slow and masculine, is just stupid.
Oh, and then you won't like any of his movies. You like Boogie Nights?
Boogie Nights was cute, and it had Heather Graham in it.
Oh, so you haven't seen The Master? I guess The Master is very much what you're talking about.
Yeah, those movies are that
I
kind
like
of
all
masculinity.
Movies, but I know what you're
so
saying.
So dull.
Dull?
You couldn't pay, like when some guy. Yeah, no, you cannot pay me. They're so stupid.
Do you like Martin Scorsese movies? You like Goodfellas? Because those movies are dripping in like machismo.
After Hours is the only Martin Scorsese movie I would say I really.
Did you see Hugo?
I tried watching it. I turned it off. I couldn't get into it.
I don't even know what it's about. Wait, I love Wolf of Wall Street. You don't like that shit?
I don't think we talked about this. I read the book, and Jordan Belfort comes off a lot better in his book than he does in that movie.
But the movie is just a Scorsese movie that happens to exist in this universe.
It's
not really about Jordan Belfort, even though it is the protagonist. It's just a Scorsese movie that exists in that universe.
Right. Wolf of Wall Street is very skeptical about its own content. Like he's like, this crazy shit happened and it was weird, and he's like,
yeah, but so is the movie. The end scene where everyone's trying to do it, it's like, is this correct way of living? Like it questions its own validity. Like the movie is
maybe it gets there
like that.
I started watching it.
Heavy-handed like that.
It looked like it was a bunch of perverted old like 60-year-old filmmakers who got a bunch of young women to take their tops off.
I think you're only looking at it at surface level. You're doing the thing that it's the opposite of what you're saying. The movie's the opposite of what you're saying.
It's the opposite.
The movie is like what the book is saying, that this is ridiculous. The movie's saying this is ridiculous, that you shouldn't want this lifestyle.
I should try to watch it again, because what I watched felt completely yucky and not good like the book, which I really enjoyed.
Yeah,
because it's surprisingly
it's almost satirical, because it gets to the point of complete absurdity in the movie. I mean, it's not even almost; it is satirical.
All right. I'll try to watch it. I'm going to watch Social Network, because you told me that's one of your favorites.
Oh, Social Network is great. There's a scene in Wolf of Wall Street where like he they take Quaaludes and they're all fucked up, and like Popeye like take you see the scene? Popeye
I
eats
know.
spinach on the screen, and so he goes over to his drawer and he sniffs cocaine, and all of a sudden he has the power to do it. Like it syncs up with Popeye. It's complete. It's not trying to say this is good. It turns the main characters into children that are just like feeding up.
Okay, all right. I'll see. I'll try it again, but I'm telling you I didn't like it. I'll take notes this time and explain why I didn't like it. I promise you.
You ever seen the movie Starship Troopers?
I did. I kind of like that. It was cute.
Yeah, that's a satire movie. That movie
It is satire.
Like some
I see.
people watch that movie and think it's just like a normal action flick. That's not like about like what's like fucking like dictatorships and like
Fascism,
following orders. Yeah, fascism. Yeah. You could just watch the movie and just think it's like a army recruitment movie.
Mm-hmm. That one I tried to read the book. The book is awful.
Movie's great. It's a fun movie. Yeah.
That's a great movie. It's a lot of fun. I don't know. Maybe I just I don't know. I mean, Goodfellas, I liked it a long time ago, and then I tried rewatching it. And,
I rewatched it again, and it is get a little. No, I like it. It's good.
I used to think Taxi Driver was one of the greatest movies. I watched Raging Bull.
I never liked Raging Bull. Couldn't get through it.
It's all right. Yeah. Scorsese's all right. I like him. I mean, what am I going to say? I can't make his movies. But the men acting like men, is just, I don't like it. It's like, it bothers me on some deep level. It's almost like homophobia, but like more deep-seated.
I'm trying to think, because I see what you're saying. Well, it makes the characters very one-dimensional, too.
Yeah, and it's like very hard to empathize with somebody who's clearly like in the state of like delusion about what they are or allowed to be. Like the Marvel movies are the same way.
Yeah, those movies just bore me because
the
thing that's interesting about it, which I guess is like the extreme, like the fantasy and the characters doing silly shit and fighting, just doesn't. I don't care about that, and the story just is nothing. So there's nothing to get into.
There's not a lot there. Yeah, I mean the pictures are pretty sometimes.
Yeah, like the last one, Endgame, was like great CGI work, like the best in human history, right? Just the coolest looking shit on screen. Definitely noteworthy to be able to do that, but just nothing else. I don't know. But it still makes it better than most movies, even though I don't really like it. Just the technical.
I'm not sure I saw the last one.
I barely watched it.
I liked the animated Spider-Man. I thought that was just really
That one was
cool
good.
looking.
That one was cute. Yeah.
Nice to look at.
I like that one too, yeah. I just put it on a whim just as a joke, and then I started watching it. But like what
Go ahead.
What movies do you like that represent men in them that have
I was just thinking about that. Well, I mean, I'm not going to talk about my stupid like foreign movies that I'm into because that's not interesting or fair. I do like French movies a lot, though. I like the men in French movies.
When I think French movies, I just go back to film school. I'm like, do you like the 400 Blows? Yeah, that one.
That's true flowers. Yeah, did you ever see Contempt?
No.
Contempt it's kind of about hypermasculinity. It's Brigitte Bardot is like dating a screenwriter who's sort of like trying to write artistically, but getting paid a shit ton of money to make this very cheesy American movie that's like a remake of Homer's Odyssey. And Jack Palance plays this like very macho American producer. And the man can't decide, the screenwriter can't decide between like selling out and like, keeping his integrity.
Yeah.
He keeps asking Brigitte Bardot, like, what should I do? What should I do? And she's like, pick one and stick with it, basically. And she develops contempt for him to the point that she ends up I don't want to spoil it, but she has contempt for him. It's a great movie. It's a great movie, and I think it's at least nuanced. I don't think it like lionizes the.
I'll tell you in terms of like the movie like Fight Club, I hate that movie. That movie's garbage. I haven't
really.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that movie. I read the book too. Yeah.
The movie is shit.
What do you not like about it?
The movie starts off like it's cool and shit. Like it's like, oh, like society, blah 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 blah. But then it just becomes the thing with dudes fighting each other for the next hour and a half. I don't know.
Fair enough.
It loses any sort of meaning. It just becomes this kind of, I don't know what it is.
What about Train Spotting?
Club.
Train Spotting.
I've seen it. Every time I saw it was in college while I was drinking, and like I would be too drunk 40 minutes in to even realize what was going on. So I don't really have an opinion on it. All I know is their accents. It's hard to understand what they're saying.
Oh God. What's a movie I like? It's not fair.
I recently watched this movie. Well, I've seen it before, and I do like it. It's a silly movie intended to be silly. It's a movie called Hardcore Henry. Classic movie on YouTube.
I've heard of it.
You can watch the whole thing. It's a first-person action movie. Like you gotta understand, everything in it is just silly, but it is about machismo. Like one of the first scenes, like these bullies like break this kid's toy, and then they're like, come on, faggot, or something. And then the whole movie, that's a reoccurring theme of him like being pushed down, and then like someone says a slur, and he's like, no, I gotta fight. But it's like a joke, you know what I mean?
Wow. Okay, it's like making fun of it. So we can have the actual thing, or we can have the thing, but
because it's like constantly dudes like presenting their masculinity to each other. Like there's a scene where like these cops go up to him, ask for a lighter, and then they just like, all right, thanks, and they walk away with it, and he's just like, ah. It's just like dudes like fucking over each other the whole movie. I don't know.
Oh, you know which one I love actually? Casablanca.
Oh yeah, I've never seen it.
You never seen Casablanca?
No, I don't really, it's a musical, right?
No, it's not a fucking musical. It's just black and white. Do you not know the premise of Black Casablanca? This is one of the best. It is literally the best romance ever made. I watched it on Valentine's Day on a plane.
I don't know. Have you seen Blue Valentine? That's a good one.
I've never seen it. So Rick, right? Humphrey Bogart plays Rick, who is sort of like the most macho man, right? Rick is running a bar in Casablanca, which is like northern Morocco, during World War II. And it's sort of like this undefined, it's like Vichy France, so it's kind of German, but it's kind of not. And it's sort of like independent, but it's sort of not. And he's got the bar where everybody goes. And he's got all these women and whatever. He's the big guy in Casablanca. So he's rolling along, and all of a sudden in walks Ilsa. And Ilsa is Rick's great lost love. They had this love affair in Paris, and then she was like going to meet him on the train when they were fleeing Paris, and she didn't make it to the platform, and he never heard from her again. So he hasn't seen her for years, and she walks in, and he just instantly just starts drinking, and he's like pissed off, and he's like sulky and like hurt feelings and doesn't want to talk to her. And then it turns out she's married Victor Laszlo, who's like the leader of the resistance. He's like this important Czech thing. And they're trying to escape Casablanca with these papers that Rick has. And so he can save them because they're whatever. So he and Ilsa have this whole sort of like back and forth romance where he's so hurt by her because he's so in love with her and she totally broke his heart, and he swore he's never going to love again, but he still kind of does love her. And so he's got to decide what to do, you know, like, because he can kind of steal her back, but he kind of can't, because that would be, anyhow, it's one of the most beautiful romances, and also like friendship stories. Like there's a whole thing with, it's an amazing movie. It's one of the best movies ever written.
I don't know. It sounds like a girl movie.
I mean, it's literally about the failure of masculinity. Like he's like the ultimate power man who's just broken by his own need to love.
Oh,
it's beautiful. It's beautiful, and he does do something very kind of macho, but in a sweet way, if that makes any sense.
I should watch it because it is it's a known movie.
It's so easy to watch. Like you'll get like 2 minutes in and just.
And which streaming service is it on?
How easy to
watch is it?
I watched it on JetBlue.
Oh, that's a real streaming service.
Yes, you just got to get through security at the airport.
I know the end. It's like, was it? Here's looking at you, kid.
Here's looking at you, kid is not the end.
Yeah, I now see on the movie clips that's number 5 of 6 on YouTube. So
if you don't get on that plane, you'll regret it. Maybe not today.
Yeah, but does that movie establish why they love each other, or is it just?
But soon, and for the rest of your life. Yeah. Oh, they actually have a flashback to Paris. We'll always have Paris.
Because it's like, you ever see The Graduate?
I don't know much about this world, but it doesn't take a lot to know that the problems of two little people don't amount to a hill of beans, something like that. It's an amazing movie, man. Yeah, I see The Graduate. That's a good movie too.
But what I'm saying, in that movie, he falls in love with the daughter over the series of like one date. Like he only sees her that one time,
It's
and
the
then
meet
suddenly
cute.
he's in love with her.
Well, he's not in love with her initially. He's got a hypnotic attraction to her.
Yeah, and then he doesn't want to love her because he's fucking around with her mother, and he feels weird. And then
She really doesn't want him to love her.
no, I like The Graduate a lot, but The Graduate represents love in like you can fall in love with someone instantly.
But he's not actually in love with her. I mean, the whole point of that movie is that that's not really love, and they're basically doomed to repeat their parents' errors.
Yeah, my buddy thinks the ending is nice, which is fun.
Yeah, I did the first time I saw it. I was naive.
But they're like their faces are all like all fucked up. Like they don't seem happy. I don't see how you can watch the ending and think it's nice.
She's initially happy because she's with him and she wants to be with him, but he suddenly realizes what he's done, and
but she realizes it too.
And then he realizes it, and then it's a problem. Yeah.
Yeah, but like if you watch that movie specifically at the end, you can see it goes happy to like melancholy, and you know it's not happy. I don't see how you can skip that one.
No, it's a disaster, and they're on a bus just like driving into the future. They have no control over their own lives.
Like, what are we doing? It's just yeah,
they're just in this button, like just riding to their destiny.
And then the story behind that is like they were all happy, but the director kept yelling at them until they got sad.
Seriously?
Is that they're like, oh wow, and he's like, I think he was just telling them to be happier, and then they're just like,
what is it, Mike Nichols or something like that?
Yeah, something like that. But like my buddy is still convinced that movie's a nice ending. Like, oh, he ends up with the girl, and they drive off on a bus, and I'm like, can't you just let me show you the last frame? They're not happy. And he's like, well, they can't be happy the whole bus ride. I'm like, why not cut to the credits while they're still smiling then? It doesn't make any sense.
It's also, though, if you look at, like, Mrs. Robinson, her mom, and her loveless marriage, and you realize the reason she doesn't want her daughter to be with him isn't so much about jealousy, it's that she doesn't want her to repeat that mistake that she made.
Yeah.
It's also about the misery and not having that happen again, that sense of being trapped. Did you ever see Closer?
No.
Same director. Much more complicated. Hard to watch.
Closer. You ever see this movie? It's called Love. There's probably a million movies called Love.
I don't think so. I don't know what does that word mean? Is that German? Loof.
Loof. It's by this guy. I don't know. Gaspar Noah. You ever see Irreversible?
Okay, yeah. Doesn't he make he makes those pervy movies, right?
Yeah, real fucked up movies. Yeah, he's not to be confused with the other guy who makes fucked up movies, Lars.
No, he's Trier. Like if you ever want to watch porn on Netflix, you go for a Gaspar Noah.
Yeah, because Love is like 60% porn, 40% movie. Like the first 15 minutes is a guy getting jerked off, just a no cutaway guy. You watch the dick until it comes. Yeah.
Beautiful.
But the movie's great. The movie, like, really, I can't watch it again. The scenes of heartbreak are too much for me. They're too real.
Wow. I'm not sure I could watch that either. I think I literally watched some of the sex scenes like with no sound or something like that.
Yeah, it's quite a devastating story. Like in between the sex scenes is like a devastating love story. I sound like such a fucking idiot.
That sounds good. A devastating love story. It's way more interesting than my life.
It's shot in 3D too, and like because he's
what?
Yeah. Because there's one scene that's above a dick as it comes, and in 3D the cum would come on the audience, right?
No.
Yeah.
There was a 3D porn movie that we showed at the movie theater I used to work at. M3D came out in the 70s. Yeah, and it does have the obligatory like
coming on the screen.
I think so. Yeah, it's been so long since
That's how the Star Wars credit should come on, right? Just come over your head. Yeah. bunch of bullshit.
That music plays every time I come. I don't know why.
Dude, I don't know how much you care about Star Wars, but those last 3 movies were garbage.
I'll tell you how much I care. I watched the first 2 of the last 3.
Yeah.
And I didn't like the first one. I regretted watching the second one.
Second one was
I learned
shit.
my lesson.
Yeah.
So maybe it got better by 3, but at that point I was out.
Yeah, to be honest, I haven't seen 3 either, but I'm like, I don't know.
You're just gonna say shit.
I'm pretty sure it's shit.
You're like, based on the way this franchise
this trajectory is no good.
Yeah.
My favorite scene is when Luke was milking that blue milk out of that alien. I like that, or whatever, green.
I like it when Luke when Han cuts open the Tauntaun on Endor. Not on Endor, on Hoth, the ice planet, in Empire Strikes Back.
Oh, yeah. So you're going back to those movies, yeah.
And he stuffs Luke inside the, like, guts of that thing.
Yeah.
So that he won't freeze to death. That's a great scene. Doesn't make any sense when you're, like, a kid, but... Yeah.
Damn, movies. But anyhow, what I was trying to talk about was Phantom Thread, okay? That's what I was talking
Phantom
about.
Thread?
Phantom Thread. But
is it like a sewing
it's
movie?
Another one of these well, actually, no, actually. It does follow this, like, pseudo-masculine thing, archetype, right? But I won't want to spoil anything, but it definitely diverts off of it. It's basically about, like...
I know what you're talking about. We talked about this movie, didn't we?
Who makes dresses. Well, I've only recently saw it. I saw
Someone was telling me about this movie in detail. I thought it was you.
It wasn't.
Tell me more. Phantom Thread.
It was just about this guy who makes dresses, right? And he's like, it's his world. He's under control of everything, right? Everyone in the house has to act out. He's like in Breakfast, like you can't make noise or he's going to get mad at you. He's like, breakfast is quiet. Like, he's a very controlling guy. And then he finds this waitress that he brings into his world because, like, he thinks she's cute and, like, she's good at standing there and wearing the dresses. And then they fall in love. And then the waitress, like, gradually learns that, like, he doesn't, like, she wants him to love her more, like, more than anything. And, like, he just kind of uses her as a prop. And the movie becomes, like, how she could win him over, kind of.
Huh. That sounds... I don't think I'm going to watch that, but
yeah,
sounds interesting.
It was all right.
Sounds arty.
I liked it to an extent. I don't know if I could buy it. There was a lot of suspension of disbelief, but it was interesting.
Oh, you know what I just watched? I've been watching more TV than movies. What just happened, and I'm going to bet you don't know this. Magicians just wrapped up season 5, which was the season finale.
I don't even know what Magicians
I mean, actually, the series finale. Magicians is like Harry Potter, but set in college. So they're basically all fucking each other and doing drugs.
Whoa!
And there's a lot of, like,
what a twist.
They're like polysexual and whatever. But it deals with, like, it's basically a long extended metaphor for trauma. It's like all these people are super fucked up in these weird ways, but it plays out as magic fantasy as opposed to, like, social trauma.
Okay, you're saying
it's a beautiful movie. Yeah, it's like for people who are really fucked up. It's amazing, and the editing is, like, crazy. There's no like they're like, oh, we're gonna need a plan to break into the bank, and then the next shot is them, like, in the hallway of the bank, like, doing the thing. Like, they don't do any setup. It's just plot point, like, frantically for 5 seasons. It's impossible to keep track of.
Huh. Well, that's
it had a really nice ending.
Oh, what's your favorite ending?
Ending of all time?
Of anything?
So, like, perfect. Like, well, this Magicians thing is at the top of my list right now. It really
it's really on the cusp there.
Well, they do, like, this little pun about the circumstances. It's a whole thing. Like, I can't explain it.
Okay.
I can't. I won't.
To be honest with you, I probably won't watch it. I know you're recommending it and saying it's good.
No, I don't. It's like saying to somebody like I really like banana bubblegum. Like I don't expect you to have any interest in it. I just sort of sharing.
Wait, you like banana bubblegum too?
I'm so into it. No, I don't even
Damn,
know what
dude.
it is. What else did I watch? Oh, Schitt's Creek is ending this week.
I've never seen it.
I like that one too.
Schitt's Creek. I've heard of it. I've heard of that one. Schitt's Creek.
It sort of starts slowly, and then like by about season 3, they've all figured out their characters, and they've managed to shuffle in some like emotional content, and it's pretty solid. Very light comedy.
Did you why? Because it's white people.
Yeah, it is very white as well. It's Canadian white. It's like blanched.
Did you ever watch the Office, the American Office?
I watched all of those. Yes.
Do you enjoy that TV show?
I did until what's his name? I feel bad about this, but once Ed Helms got on that show, I found it unwatchable.
Why do you feel bad about that? You have a relationship with Ed Helms?
No, I just feel like I feel bad that Ed Helms has to be himself and live in this world, and I just don't want to like remind him somehow obliquely that I just feel bad for how bad I feel for that person because he's horrible to look at.
You don't like looking at him.
I'm like Helm shaming him or something. Like his whole being is something that I abhor, and it's not like he's a bad person. I just like it would be if he were a bad person, then it would be like, okay, that guy's an asshole. But he's not an asshole. He's just like He's like television poison.
Damn, dude. Wait, what does Ed Helms look like? Oh, that dude.
Yeah, he's like in Hangover. He's a real successful dude.
Wait a second. I just recently watched a movie I think he was in.
Yeah, he's been in
like Cedar Rapids. You ever see this movie?
No. Was it good?
Some of it was funny. Some of it was it was all right.
Just like anytime. Yeah, him, Eric Bana. Is that the guy's name? The guy who plays the Hulk?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, those are two of my least favorite actors on the earth.
Well, my opinion of The Office is I don't like it. So that's the end of that story.
Ooh, that's an edgy take there.
I do not enjoy it. I've seen many episodes of The Office. I used to date a girl in college that loved The Office. We watched it every week, and I have no recollection of anything that happened on that show because I always hated watching it. I don't remember anything.
I think because you were always just going down or something. You watch The British Office?
No.
It's better. It's much
I'm not going to like a British show either.
Jackass.
Fair Jackass. Jackass is the best TV show ever created.
What's your favorite Jackass movie?
Probably 2.
That's the 3D one?
No, 3 is 3D. Come on. Jackass 3D. Come on. It was.
I only saw one of them, and I think it was the 3D one. And
that one's probably the worst one, in my opinion.
It left a sour taste.
Oh, really? I think they're great. They're basically documentaries of dudes fucking with each other.
Yeah. I mean, that part, the camaraderie is nice.
No, I couldn't get in The Office. I don't get that sense of humor. It just doesn't mesh with me. It's just like people being not real people talking to each other. I don't know.
All right, I get it. They're all acting kind of they're I found this out the other day that the actors in sitcoms are called clowns.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, like each of the clowns. And so once I like read that, I was like, oh, that makes so much more sense. Like each of the clowns is like playing a certain kind of like goofy role or like persona to make the comedy role.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, okay. It's not like as opposed to drama where you're playing a character.
Okay. I see what you're saying.
And so, Michael Scott.
I mean, people play straight characters on shows, though. Play straight men.
On sitcoms?
Sure. Isn't like fucking what's his name on show Arrested Development? Isn't the main character a straight guy?
I mean, yes and no. He's funny.
I haven't watched enough of that show to really.
No, he's definitely a clown. He's definitely a impossible character.
Yeah.
He doesn't get anything. He's sort of misguided. He's very neurotic about wanting certain things, but that even though they're like completely incompatible with the people around him, he's an idealist who's actually kind of like morally compromised and bankrupt. Yeah, no, he's definitely a clown.
We're all clowns.
Send in the clowns.
Send in the clowns.
You ever watch that A Little Night Music, the Sondheim play?
No.
It's worth watching.
That's where the song "Send in the Clowns" is from.
Yep. Isn't it rich? Isn't it grand? It's about like this woman and this man who are totally in love, but he's married and she's got to leave the theater or something, so they can't be together. And she's sort of laughing about how life never works out the way you want it to. Send in the clown.
Oh yeah. How nice.
Yeah, it's a beautiful song. That there's so many beautiful songs in that. Anyhow, it's neither here nor there. It's pretty good though.
Yeah. My I don't know. My liking of things is I don't really like any musicals. But I think it's just because my connection to music is weird. I don't know.
You can't just like fast forward to the drop.
Yeah. But like listening to someone being emotional on a song is like
yeah, what are you gonna do? Trying to think what else I watched recently that might be fun. You know what I watched recently that I loved? Apropos of nothing? 9 to 5, the 80s feminist classic.
Yeah.
With Dolly Parton, Jane Fonda, and Lily Tomlin.
Ooh.
Yeah, she delivers. And Dabney Coleman is the boss. That's like a great.
I've never seen it.
It's like they end up kidnapping their boss. It's like a kind of like a weird comedy.
Yeah.
But it really portrays like how powerful like sexism and how oppressed women were in like say 1980. Like it's shockingly like, wow, these women are very disempowered. You know, he's like, yeah, it's just crazy. But it's done as a comedy and like a light farce. It's really nicely done.
Did you see Bombshell?
I haven't watched it yet. How is it?
I didn't see it, but I saw someone else watching it on a plane, and I looked over and there's a scene where she has to like show her panties to her boss.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, nice.
I was like, this isn't. I was watching like a clip of that scene. I was like, this isn't hot.
I mean, out of context a little bit, no?
Hey, I don't know. I mean,
if you never did the cutaway shots and just her doing it, you know what I mean? You just cut out all the cutaways.
There is something weird about taking extremely beautiful, like nice to look at women and having them play a story of extremely beautiful, nice to look at women being exploited. Like there's something a little.
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't watch it though.
You see, I think Jim Carrey said something about Margot Robbie, like he's like, "Oh, how's it feel to get by on your looks?" Like he just said that, like.
Wow, that's mean.
Yeah. And
how's it feel to get judged for your looks?
Yeah, but it's sort of like, why even say that?
I mean, I liked her. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Yeah, I liked her in that.
Oh, the movie was garbage, but
what?
It was just, I don't know what my point of watching it was. It just felt like I was watching a guy's like fantasy. Like Quentin Tarantino just made a movie of, I don't know.
Well, I mean, okay, so I'll tell you, my mother and Jocelyn, my kid's mother, and I all had the same experiences. We all knew about the Shannon Tate murders, right?
Yeah, me too.
And we were all kind of horrified by them. So we're watching this movie, and the whole time there's this sort of building tension of, oh my God, we're going to have to watch this murder. Like this is a very innocent time. It's this very sort of beautiful world where everybody's like, you know, kind of there's like, and then it's just like, we're going to see something wonderful be destroyed. Right. And so you have this whole kind of story happening, and it's like getting worse and worse and worse. And all of a sudden you're like, oh wait, this is a fantasy. And it's like Quentin Tarantino's like rape revenge fantasy, only or murder revenge in a sense, where the people who did this horrible crime are punished horrifically. And I
like that last scene where she's just banging her head against everything. That was fun.
It was like smashing her.
Yeah.
We also saw it in the theater with like 500 people, and it got the tension and the laughter at that moment was unbelievable. It was like a really great moment.
I liked a couple scenes, but there's like scenes where you just watch a car drive for like 3 minutes from like a high angle, and it's just annoying. Like, cut that out. I don't want to see that. I don't care.
It's pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah, he can do whatever the fuck he wants. He's famous.
Not if his movies stop making money, then he can.
I think they do.
They make minimal. He makes like auteur money. Like, it's not blockbuster money,
right?
but it's enough to get by. Yeah, like Wolf of Wall Street lost money. Like, Martin Scorsese's movies don't make money.
Well, because
The
he spent
Irishman
how
came
many
on
hundred?
Netflix.
Oh yeah, how many $100 million did he spend on that though?
Well, I think it was like $100 million, and that movie made like $50 million in theaters or something.
I haven't seen The Irishman. I think it's
kind
going
of
to stay that
long
way.
and full of itself.
Yeah. Kind of like my dick.
Oh, full of itself. Your dick is full of its own dick.
It's just like it's like a little like an alien head pops out, but it's another. Wow, Matt, we're really we hit the 90-minute mark here. This is impressive.
Damn, dude, this is like a short film in and of itself.
There we go.
Now your cat's getting up. Your cat's getting up. Look at this.
Oh yeah.
Changing positions.
Yeah, she just naps in like 6 different spots. That's her whole thing.
That's like an animal thing.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like a people thing too.
Yeah. She wants me to turn out the lights, but it's okay.
All right. Well, we can end this. 90 minutes
No,
seems
no.
like a lot.
That seems like a lot. It seems like a good amount. It's good. We haven't talked for a while too. It's been too long.
It's good. We had a lot of cinema talk.
Yeah. Cinnabuns. Oh, I made cinnamon rolls from scratch. Okay. Just
oh, nice, dude.
Ah, so fun. Again. Came out
I like
delicious.
a cinnamon roll.
I would make you some. If you were in town, Matthew, to celebrate, I'd make you cinnamon rolls.
Oh, thank you.
And your partner, who shall not be named,
Yeah.
but who I would love to come to the Seder in a few days.
Oh yeah, that'd be nice.
I'll forward along the deets.
Sure. What time of day you think it's gonna happen?
I think it's gonna be like 6-ish.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't have to bring anything. I'll
I don't have to bring anything. I guess on screen I could be like, here's some something.
Yeah, you can if you want to. I mean, I don't know. Whatever makes you happy.
Yeah.
Whatever makes you happy.
Ooh. All right. Well, good chat. Good talk.
Love you, Matthew. Keep up the good thing.
Yeah. You too. You keep up a good thing. No, you keep up a good thing.
No, you keep up a good thing.
We should only speak in vagueness.
All
right. All right. I'll talk to you later.
Talk to you later. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Militant affection. Militant affection.